Hi, and welcome to the New York Now Digital Market Bio Tutorial. I'm Tim Hart, Senior Vice President with the Retail Group at Emerald and responsible for New York Now. Now, we know what a tough year it's been for all of us, and particularly our buyers and retailers, and we're so disappointed we won't have the opportunity to bring you all together face to face again during 2020. However, we are very pleased to be able to launch the New York Now Digital Market as a way to connect you with brands and makers at a time when we can't be together in person. Earlier in the year, we surveyed you all, and we heard that you want a digital market from New York Now that is simple, intuitive, and straightforward and easy to use. A digital market where you can connect with brands and makers and do business. A digital market that showcases New York Now's typical diverse range of brands. And that's exactly how we've designed the New York Now digital market. Amy and Trish from our marketing team will shortly take you through the market in more detail, but there are four things I wanted to emphasize before that. First of all, so far we've signed up more than 450 brands and makers to the platform, and more than 100 of those are new to New York Now. And you can expect that number to increase as we move towards October the 3rd when the market opens. Second, the market features best-in-class search and filtering functionality. That means that when you search on the New York Now digital market, the results you receive will be personalized to you based on your prior search history and preferences on the platform. It really is top quality search technology. Number three, there's two ways that you can interact with brands and makers on the platform. First of all, you can book appointments with them through the calendar app in each digital booth. And secondly, you can start a live chat with the brands in the digital booth. Finally, the digital market is available on both desktop app and mobile app. And please do download the mobile app. It's very intuitive and easy to use. Okay, without further ado, I'll now hand over to Trish and Amy to go through the details. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks so much, Tim. And Amy, it is so good to see you again, even if we're socially distanced.
It is really good to see you again as well, Trish.
Thanks, Amy. So I think we should just go ahead and get started for everyone.
Absolutely.
Great. So as the buyer relations and acquisitions management team for New York Now, we're here to walk you through the digital market. We at New York Now understand how critical it is for you to have a platform that makes the discovery and decision-making process easy. And that's what we've done. We've built this for you.
Like Tim said, we're extremely excited about the built-in AI functionality that delivers an elevated and personalized buying journey that's yet to be experienced. You'll learn key features that you'll find extremely intuitive during your shopping adventure, October 3rd through 7th. So let's get started.
If you haven't done so already, simply go to newyorknow.com. That's nynow.com. Click on the register button in the top corner of your screen, and be sure to enter this promo code register now when you fill out the form, and we'll be sure to give you early access beginning on October 1st to explore brands, discover new products, schedule events, and more.
All before the market opens?
All before the market
That's
opens.
amazing.
So it is amazing.
It's great.
So what we really want you to do is register now, because you don't want to waste any time, and you certainly want to plan out the days that you will be exploring the show.
Absolutely. So let's just jump on in here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to break this down into easy and understandable segments for you. Immediately, we're going to show you your dashboard, introduce all the filters and all the criteria that you get to utilize to help your buying journey. It's all right there for you on the main page, but we're going to break it down for you even more. We're going to show you all the ways that you can search for product. We're going to break down all the elements of communication that you have. And we're even going to show you how to toggle back and forth between all of these elements, just as you normally would in real life on the show floor. And lastly, we'll end with live events and community engagement tools.
Great. So let us share our screen now and take you to the dashboard. When you arrive on the homepage for the first time, you're going to want to go ahead and update your profile. Go ahead and click Edit. You'll arrive at this page, and you can go ahead and complete all of the information that'll make your profile robust and easy for people to connect and get to know you.
Great.
Then we'll go ahead and hit the back button, come back to the homepage, and start exploring.
And here we are back at our dashboard. So if you want to take a look at the top navigation bar, you can see we have home, discover products, brands and makers, community, live watch now, experiences, discussion forums, and my events. And what you'll also notice is that we've got these destination tiles that correspond with the navigation bar. And you can access the information by hitting either. So we can just hit right now, discover products. And there we go. You can toggle back to the home page. And there we go. But just to prove my point, guys, now I'm going to hit the destination tile, discover products, and we've come to the same page.
Amy, can we pop back into Discover Products and take a look at that page one more time?
Absolutely. I'm going to use the navigation bar tab. And there we are.
So I wanted to remind everyone about the product discovery and our incredible artificial intelligence, or we'll refer to as AI functionality that's built into this incredible tool. So what's important for you to know is that the products that we're seeing here today are not necessarily the products that every one of you will see when you log in. It's a personalized experience.
So that means because you've been playing on the site for a little while and you've been seeking certain products and certain categories, the system has actually been compiling products that fit your search and presenting them for you right here.
That's correct.
That's fantastic.
So it's actually learning. The more that I engage with the tool, the more it's learning what I like, what I'm looking for, and it's starting to push those types of products to the top of my view. That doesn't mean that I won't be able to see everything that I'm searching for in that category. It just means I'll have to scroll down a little bit further to see the things that might not match my preferences as well.
So it's actually very similar to walking a market. As you're walking down the aisle and your head is scanning from side to side, you're taking in a lot of product. You might find something that you weren't expecting. That's what the system is doing for you. It's scanning for you and it's pulling together suggestive products, that you might be interested in. But to Trisha's point, you have so many other ways of seeking the product that you're looking for. These are just to tempt you. And the more you play, the more sophisticated the choices are going to be made for you. It's really pretty incredible.
It really is. And that was a great analogy. I really like how you brought it to the market floor, which we will get back to again.
We will. But the reality is that there is a digital and a physical that has to align, right? And we're buyers and we're going out and we need to find physical product. We're doing it in a digital manner. And we, New York Now, need to provide you the best possible way to find the best possible product to fit your needs. It's all about discovery.
Oh, and before we forget,
yeah,
we are asking for a unique email address from everyone that registers. And this is exactly why, because my experience is going to be different than yours. And even if we're buying for the same store, even if we're buying for the same categories, we're still going to be performing searches in different ways. And we want to see all of our options, as many as possible.
Next, I'm going to take us to brands and makers, but I'm going to hit the destination tile this time. Page opens up, and I'm going to let Trish explain this for us.
Sounds good. So here you landed at our brands and listings page, and you'll certainly want to spend a little bit of time here building out your list of brands that you want to connect with during the show. And here's what's so exciting about this tool. If you look to the left-hand side of the page, you'll see a list of filters. It's a lot more filters here than you've ever seen before on our brands listing page.
That's a lot of filters.
So you can see here that we spent a lot of time organizing all of the different ways that you can discover products and brands to make your experience not only personalized, but this journey to discovering products is easy. That's the word.
Yeah.
I was looking for a stronger word, but that's really what it is. It's so easy to find product using this tool, and you're not going to miss anything, but you will discover new.
Absolutely.
And that's what it was designed for. So let's take a quick look. I know this seems like it might take a little bit of time. So let's just go through each one, and I'll just spend a moment on each of them. Our New York Now sections. If you've been to market before, you're used to walking the floor by section.
Yeah.
So we've gone ahead and designed that for you to do here as well. So everything correlates. So we have a little bit of newness too, right?
That's
we should
great.
talk about
So
that.
if I normally go to Accent on Design to look at product first, I can just pull up that under the filter and Accent on Design comes up.
Exactly. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to check that Accent on Design button, and then all of our Accent on Design brands are going to pop into view.
Just like you were walking down the aisle.
Exactly.
I love it.
And then we can search for as many different categories together as we'd like.
So within Accent on Design, we're now looking for accessories, or did we just add that in?
Great question. We've just added that
That's great.
in. Okay.
So a buyer can come in, they can decide exactly what sections that they want to see and which ones they don't want to see, and pull an incredible list together.
Exactly.
I love it.
And what you want to make sure you do as well is if you're sorting a new search, just be sure to uncheck the things that you don't want to pull into that search, because I can
You'll
search.
keep building on the list.
Exactly. So I can search Accent on Design. I could add in another category. I could add in gift and stationery.
Brand new.
Which is new, by the way. Yes, we've added an expanded stationery category.
I took your punchline, didn't I?
Fine.
That's
it's okay. We even speak the same words. And then I might jump into product categories. And I might go ahead and select decorative accessories, because maybe I want to find some in Accent on Design.
Okay, so basically what you're doing is you're filtering down and you're eliminating product that you don't want to see. And the product that you do want to see is remaining in this list. So you can continually hone down.
You've got it.
This is pretty easy.
I think I'll go ahead and select stationery too, because that would make sense.
Absolutely.
And then what I want to do is further narrow my search. Maybe I only want to see new brands. So I can go ahead and say, yes, I only want to see brands that I haven't seen at New York Now before.
Pretty incredible.
And did we mention how many we have this time?
How many do we have this time?
I think we're at least 100 right now.
That's pretty good.
Which is really exciting.
Yeah.
And before I continue down, I just want to reinforce how the search tool works. So if we just look back up at the top, we can see under where it says New York Now sections exactly what we have selected as part of our search.
That's great.
So we can see, without expanding this, that we have made specific selections. If we hadn't, I'm going to take those off. Or we can just hit reset. Now you can see if there's no text populating under your headline, you don't have any special selection made there. So I've reset our filters, and I'm going to just take you down to review the remaining categories that we can filter by. So emerging brands. Amy, do you want to explain to the audience the difference between emerging brands and new to New York Now for those who may not know?
Absolutely. I'm going to do my best here. New to New York Now is been a collection of new brands that we've had for a very long time. We're actually known for the amount of newness that we bring to market, and we're all very proud of that. However, what that can mean is that this is a brand that has been in existence for a while. So they may not be new to the world, but they are new to New York Now. They could be a very established brand, and they usually are, but they're just new to our market for the first time. But when we jump down and we start talking about emerging brands, these are the artisans that are just coming out now that have been in business for how long? We're looking at 1 to 3 years, I believe.
Mostly, yes.
That are so new that they don't have that history behind them. And they are truly a destination for market to see.
Okay, we'll unclick British Pavilion and move on down to some, last but certainly not least, there's some very important new categories here that a lot of our buyers have been asking for. So we're really excited to be able to add these this year. So we have collaborations. Those are some of the organizations that we've been partnering with. And now you can see some of the brands that they work with through the digital market. important causes. There are so many buyers now seeking to invest in products with brands who not only care about, but contribute through their proceeds to social causes.
Absolutely.
And environmental causes, for sure. You can sort by shipping and payment methods. We've never been able to sort that way in our directory, so that's
Right.
new and exciting for us. Company headquarters, a lot of buyers have been asking for that. And show specials. We've always done show specials. That's not new, and it's extremely important.
But we love a good show special.
We certainly do, and we're excited that our brands have been adding a lot of exciting show specials for you. So be sure not to miss that page.
So as we go through and our exhibitors are going to continue to fill this out, you will see that there will be more and more options.
Right. And what did we forget to do? Bookmark.
The
Right?
bookmark. Let's do the
Okay.
bookmark.
We don't want to forget that, right? So
Yeah.
as we find brands that we love, we want to go ahead, and it looks like a calendar. It's actually a bookmark. So we want to make sure that you go ahead and hit that little icon with the plus sign. And you'll see that on the right side of your page, you're starting to build your list.
That's pretty important.
Very important. So I'm going to select a few brands, and then let's go find them. Under my event, I'm going to quickly take you over to that part of the page, and we'll show you why that's so important. This is where you're building your market. So what you'll find is on the left-hand side of the page is your legend. And here's everything that you've been compiling on all of the other pages that we still have yet to show you some of them, but I think it's really important that you see that it's working. So when I go to my bookmark companies, now you see that my list is saved here.
That's great.
So you can either find it on the Brands and Makers page, or you can find it under my event when you want to see everything that you've saved during your search.
So if I'm not mistaken, this is pretty similar to what you do when you're shopping online. You're putting something in a cart. So
Got it.
You are bookmarking the vendors that you want to see, and you're putting them off to the side so you can just dive in and go through them one by one.
So we're going to click on 54 Kibo, one of our newest brands to the New York Now digital market and New York Now.
Very excited to have her here.
Absolutely. And you can see that she's done a lovely job branding her page in the background for us. So we really get a sense of what the brand is, their aesthetic, before we even dive in to learn a little bit more, which is really important for us, right? And note that I can bookmark her from here. So once I've decided that this brand is a brand that I want to explore more during the digital market, I can just go ahead and click here, so I don't have to remember who they are when I back out of the page.
Great.
I can book a meeting. I can see her categories. So I can see all of the categories that her products represent. I can click to come straight down to see a little bit more about those offerings. And I can tag. And that also adds to my wish list.
Oh, that's great.
It is. And then we'll show you a little bit more about how to tag products in the discovery section in just a bit.
What I like is that once again, you can filter down what kind of product you're looking for, be it through the navigational tool on the side, through the filters, or physically inside an exhibitor's booth.
Completely. There's so many different ways to discover product that it really makes it easy for you. And then what I want to do is make sure that we show you at the top here, because I skipped down, how to book a meeting. So you can see all of the times that are available, or that she's made available for you. So you can just go ahead and click. I'm not going to do that now because I don't want to send her a request by accident, but it's very intuitive, and I think you'll find it easy to book appointments. What you'll do is click on that. It'll send a request to the brand, and then they have to go ahead and accept it, and you will receive a notification by email securing your appointment.
So you'll need to fill out your personal profile accurately.
Exactly, because if I'm 54 Kibo and I receive a request from somebody with no picture, no information, I can't determine who they are and why they want to engage with me. I might not choose to accept that appointment, or I might accept another appointment during that time that seems more credible to me.
So just like we vet our exhibitors vet buyers.
Exactly.
So you need to fulfill your part and fill out your profile properly.
Exactly. And then again, it's just another way for you to understand the categories that she represents.
And what community she falls under.
Yes. Where she's located. So all the filters that we just showed you on the brand's listing page, you'll see all of those elements here.
What I love is that everything we talk about on every page is pretty much represented on every page.
You got it.
You're just finding it in a different form. And what I really love is the social media aspect right here, because once you start looking through her product, you're going to want to follow her.
Exactly.
Pretty sure.
Yep. Totally. I know I am.
Yep.
And her contact details are right here. So you don't have to waste any time either. If you have an urgent need, at any time you can go ahead and make contact with the brand. You don't have to wait, but you're certainly going to want to connect during market. And then I want to also show you, even though we'll see that more when we move over to the Discover Products page, how pretty it looks when you click on a product and learn more about it.
It really does give you the feeling that you're right in front of it.
Completely. And everything you want to learn about it is right here. Information. If you want to continue reading, you can expand. If not, you can keep that collapsed and move down. You're learning materials, technique, how it's made. Again, the communities are there, so you cannot miss it.
Can't miss it.
And pricing. Super important. We all want to know if it fits our category of price. And how to find that product on her website. So everything's right here.
That's wonderful.
Okay. And always, always, wherever you are, we're making it easy for you to add them to your list so you don't forget to do that.
So you don't have to keep backtracking, getting back to the first step to finish that. It's all right here for you.
Exactly. The last thing we want you to have to do is keep hitting back page and get stuck on something. We want you to keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Your time is valuable, so let's make this efficient. I think we've done a good job.
I think we have to.
Okay. And before we move on to show you more from the Discover Products page, you may have noticed this. You may also like recommendation on the left-hand side of the page. So that's our AI functionality working for you. It's remembering what you like, what your preferences are, what you're searching for, and it's suggesting some things for you as well. So
I love it.
Just another.
I
really
love a
great
good
feature.
suggestion.
And Amy, would you like to take it away into our Discover?
Absolutely. So we're going to go back to Discover Products. And every single product that has been entered by our vendors thus far are here. And I'm going to use this great search bar, and I'm going to say that I'm looking for pillows today. Enter that into the search, and you can see how quickly it comes up. Any vendor that has populated their booth with any pillow and has identified their product under pillow will come up in this list. And now I get to go through, and I need a Geo lumber, and I need a Valentine pillow, and I'm going to keep scrolling, and I don't know why it says polka dot throw, but I'm going to tag that because I did write pillow, but it does say throw. And I'm just going to add, let's just do one more round cushion. So all the items that I've tagged have now, you can see, just populated over in my wish list. And if you hit this arrow right here, let's look and see why it said polka dot throw when I put in pillows. First of all, it's quite lovely. Scroll down to information and see more. And once we start reading through this, we can see that the vendor wrote very versatile throw and perfectly paired with our round lush velvet pillow. So because the word pillow is associated with this image, it was brought up, and that's our AI working.
Exactly, which is really great because now I can also see that this vendor's pillows are matching some of their other products that are complementary. So I might find that useful. So it's not that the system's broken. It actually works quite well. It's showing you more because it's searching everywhere for those keywords that you're looking for.
And on another note, as a buyer, I know that back in my buying youth, I would often look for suites of product. And now I know that this particular throw has corresponding pillows that match.
Exactly.
So I wasn't looking for the throw, but I found it. But now I also know they have pillows. Let's go back. Candles.
How about glassware or?
Yeah, glassware is good. So next, I'm going to add another category of product in, and I'm going to put in glassware. Wonderful. So we've got tumblers to look at. We've got champagne flutes, anything that is written up as glassware in the product description. So we're looking at bead tumblers in a number of different colors. And if you look carefully, you can see the vendor's name written right there. Let's click in. And now we can gather more information about this bead tumbler. We've got the product information. We have, if you want to shop by season, this vendor feels that this product is suitable for all seasons.
I actually agree with that.
And so do we. Keep scrolling. The product will fit under certain categories like gifts under 50, made in France. You've got the product URL, and you've got more information about the actual vendor. Coming back up, we can add this item to our wish list. And I'm going to take you back down to the bottom of the screen where we've got the company listed. And I'm actually going to bookmark the vendor because I think that I'm going to like more product from this vendor. And I don't have to do it by item. I can do it by vendor. You want to put your cursor over this to bookmark. And if we haven't said before, it's pretty sensitive. So you just hit it once. And let's head back over to My Events. And now back to the left side of our screen. And let's look at our bookmark companies. And our company has just been added.
Great.
Now, let's go back over to the product wish list right here. And the items that I clicked on individually have now been saved under my wish list. So now that we're back over into Discover Products, you can see we've got all of our categories up on top for you to search. We've got jewelry, decorative accessories, fashion, tabletop and bar, home design, home textiles, stationery, and if you hit that arrow, they're going to continue to load. So whatever it is that you're seeking on the product level, you can continually kind of hone down and decide what category you want to look at individual products. So I'm going to head back over and I'm going to say, we're looking for jewelry. All the jewelry comes up.
And you know what's an interesting feature about this as well is you can see that you have to scroll to see all of the categories. But again, we're back to that functionality. You're seeing the categories that are most relevant to you first. So you don't have to really go find them. But you certainly want to make sure that you explore and make sure that you don't miss anything and see all of the categories available to you. But at the top, on the top left, you're always seeing what is most relevant based on your behavior.
So if I hadn't been looking at jewelry in the past, jewelry would not have been one of the first tiles for me to see.
Correct. Yes.
I am stunned.
And,
okay.
And don't be confused when you first sign on because you haven't started to search yet. So as you start searching, the more relevant the products you're seeing become.
Incredible. And you can see once I hit it, all the other subcategories of jewelry came up.
Exactly.
We also have the lovely side filter here where we can narrow our search down from new products, by season, materials. Suppose you really are only looking for crystal or stones, technique, again, communities, because you want to seek out product that's perhaps from a woman-owned business. You can look at it from wholesale price. And this is an interesting feature that we haven't seen elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You can really decide, I'm looking for gifts that fall under $100. I'm looking for gifts that fall under $500. Again, I want to clarify, we are talking wholesale right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this really gives you the ability to play with what your price point is, because you know what your margins are.
Exactly. Great point.
Suggested retail price. So now we've got two options here for you to seek product. Wonderful.
And then again, all of the attributes that the brand has selected from those filters will appear on their landing homepage.
So we've shown you how you can search for amazing product at New York Now and incredible brands and makers. We've shown you how to save that product and create your bookmark lists and your wish lists. Now I think it's time to go over the rest of the platform.
Absolutely, Amy. Let's hop on over to community and explore that a little bit.
That sounds good.
This is your networking community. You'll see on this page, most of these contacts look to you like vendors, and that's because they are. Obviously, we haven't turned on the feature for buyers just yet. That'll happen after October 1st. And then you'll start to see more buyers populate here. Now, you might be wondering a little bit about your privacy, and maybe you feel a little bit uncomfortable about your profile being out there. So we just want to explain that a little bit. It's important for you to know that we've turned off a feature that prevents anyone from emailing you and contacting you all day long. We certainly don't want to inundate you. So we've built this out so that the buyer has to reach out to the brand first.
So even if it's one major list that's populated with exhibitors and buyers, exhibitors can't reach out to you. You can only reach out to them.
Exactly. So that's important for you to know. So while you see this visibility feature down here, you might be tempted to turn that off. I'm hoping most people won't, but some people might. Try not to do that, because then you'll find that you won't be able to utilize that appointment setting feature. And why do we want to use that appointment setting feature? Because it's not just about arriving at a physical booth at a certain time and maybe swinging back if they're busy. You want to make sure that you get that appointment with that brand because they're waiting for you live.
Absolutely.
From anywhere in the world, they're
Right.
waiting for you, and they're ready to connect with you live during market. They've set aside that time, and they're not working with any other buyer. You know, they're ready for you. They've researched you. They've read your bio. They understand a little bit about who you are. They've taken the time to do that, and you want that personalized attention. That's what this live event and community is all about. So it's really important that, you know, we work this community.
Absolutely.
And just to also let you know that we're talking about recommendations here. Our AI functionality is working for you. At the top of your view, you're seeing people who match your interests. So these are the people that you are most likely to be interested in connecting and networking with. You'll still see some more recommendations as you search, but you might want to hone in on those leads at the top. And then what we want to do, just have a few things left to cover, and then we're almost done. Let's go over to our live event feature. So what you're going to look at is on your left-hand side of the page, you're going to see the events that are coming up next. So let's head over to our live Watch Now section. Here is where I'm going to add all of the upcoming sessions that I want to make sure I attend during market. Now, we're still populating this, so you're not seeing the full page as it should be, but we're going to give you the idea just as well. Say I want to join morning yoga. I'm going to come down here, find it, click on it. If I'm not sure if I want to join it, I'm going to learn about it. When is it? Saturday morning at 9:15. Maybe that's how I'd love to start my day, with a nice yoga session, and then get ready to sit at my computer for a little bit after I've done some stretching. And here I can see who the speaker is. In this case, she's our instructor. She's also our sales manager for Axonon Design, Andrea Petroni. She's also a yoga instructor, and she's dedicated some time for us to do some yoga. And here up in the top right corner, I'm going to go ahead and register for this session because I want to join it.
Now, wait, I know usually when you have to register for a session, you got to fill out a lot of information.
That's true, but here you don't. we already again, that functionality. We already know who you are. We have your information. You don't need to do any of that. All you have to do is click register. Done.
That
You're
easy.
in. So awesome. And then what you're going to want to do is toggle over to my event. And now you'll see that my session has been added. So again, everything that I need to keep track of, my daily schedule, is always going to be under my event. So I can just come here every day of market and say, okay, what do I have today?
So just for a quick backtrack here, if I'm not mistaken, if you register today and you use the promo code that we provided you and you're able to get in early and start seeing all of the events, not just the product, but you can see all the events that we've populated, you can actually set your calendar prior to the opening day, just like you would at market, just like you would normally if you were traveling, right? You would go in, you would figure out what events you wanted to go to, you would figure out what vendors you want to see, and you arrive at the Javits with your marching orders. You're doing the same thing, but the comfort from your own home or office, depending on where you are in the country.
Exactly. So you're just making your time during open market more efficient.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then let's head over to experiences so we can show you what the difference is there. Okay, now you have your market days at the top, so you can actually just click on a day to see what's happening that day. This is just another way to view the market schedule, but you're also going to see additional events. So at the end of Monday, what's not populated yet is our awards program. Ooh. So what you're going to see is our live digital awards happening on Monday evening, and that'll be added, and you'll be able to do the same thing, just like you can do with our color trends webinar. You can go ahead, just like we did with the yoga session. You can learn more about it. Obviously, all of this information is still being populated. We're busy loading information every day for you. And then you can go ahead and register if you want to join, and you'll be able to do the exact same thing with our awards program. And just know that you only have to be logged in right before your session, and you'll be able to access it easily, quickly from your My Events page.
And I'm also thinking with the events that you sign up for, our system is still getting to know you and learning more about you. And that all that information is going to feed into the product that it starts suggesting for you.
Yeah, such a great point, Amy.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got it. And lastly, I'd love to go over our discussion forums, except I'm going to backtrack for just 1 minute because I forgot to show you something.
What did you forget to show us?
You know, there's so much.
Yeah.
Want to go back to, my event. Sorry about that. So we're back at My Events. From the My Events page, now that you've added all of your sessions, you can go ahead and with the click of a button, just export all of your sessions to your personal calendar and you're done. We've done the work for you. You don't have to worry about it. And you don't have to sit there spending time plugging each of those sessions into your calendar.
Easy.
As easy as we can do it. And lastly, we're going to head over to our discussion forums. And this is a really interesting feature because we've had some conversations with some of our buyers, our associations, who have been wanting forums to connect. They've been asking for it. Maybe you're looking for a very specific type of product and you don't know where to ask because when you search for it, it's so specific that it's very hard to find. You could jump on a forum that's relevant to your category and you can go and ask away. You can look for a mentor. You can connect with your micro community within our community.
That I think is incredible.
It really is. And right now you see Ask New York Now. We are building those communities out for you. So you will see a whole list of them and we'll be able to also jump in and help you at any time. And that's something I don't think we went over is how do we ask for help? So before we let you go, we're going to show you if you need help at any time during the live market.
I mean, we've shared so much. You're probably not going to need much help, right?
Right. But just in case.
Just in case.
Our team is going to be available basically 24/7, and the market hours run 9 through 7 for the live market. So that's when you'll be able to connect with people live. But we're here for you anytime during market. If you need help, we'll hold your hand. We're ready to do that. We just want to make sure that you have a great experience. So how do you ask for help?
How do you ask for help?
We'll take you back to the homepage. That Ask New York Now forum will be there for you, but there's other ways to ask for help. If you scroll down
Past our sponsors,
here's your market information, reminding you of the live market dates and hours, Eastern time. We'll make sure that we are clear about that. If you need help, here it is. If you need help navigating the digital market, here's an email. There will always be somebody ready to help you from that email address. Just ask a question and we're here. And this is just information. So if you're new to market and you haven't walked the floor and you don't know what those categories mean, our show sections, you can learn about them right from the homepage. Okay.
Wow, I think we might have gone over everything.
Did we?
I think we did.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, we did not.
One more thing.
Okay.
Sorry. Don't forget to click on our sponsored brands. You know, they're working really hard to build out their digital booths for you. They're putting in a lot of work. They are, and they're some of our best partners. So make sure that you do click through and learn more about them if you don't know
Absolutely.
who they are. Okay. And again, everything that we showed you today, you can access right from the homepage.
Yep.
And you don't have to hit back. You can always hit the home button if you're not sure where you are, but you want to get back to your dashboard.
Just get home. So we've listened, we've learned, we've implemented, and we're going to continue to evolve this platform with your help. But we think that you're going to have an incredibly successful digital market with New York Now. We're so excited to have you.
Absolutely. We like Amy said, we're just so proud of the work that we've done, and it's really because of all of you. You are our partners, and we're all on this journey together, and we'll continue to grow. Absolutely.
Continue to grow. Thank you so much for joining us.
We can't wait to see you at market. Remember your code. Register now.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Download the New York Now Digital Market mobile app. Connect with the digital market on the go. You don't need to be sitting at your computer. Access all of your saved content under My Event and continue to explore and save content. Attend appointments and live video chats right from your phone or any device. Join us October 3rd through October 7th, 2020. Don't forget to register at nynow.com and use this promo code. Register now, no spaces.